I wanted to come out with my all bang the drum team. Now this is guys who maybe just aren't getting that preseason love. Some of the guys are probably going to be more in the breakout camp, and then there are other guys who I think already broke out. They're just not getting the love for having already broken out. And then there are guys that I think should be getting All-America consideration. So, all bang the drum team, let's roll. Alabama, Jahleel Billingsley, tight end. I'll admit that part of this is because every time he touches the ball, all I want to say is, Billingsley, Billingsley, party at Taylor's house. Now, Billingsley.
Isn't that guy like 35?
And then there's the other part of me that's like, oh, cool, Chicago area kid, that's awesome. But Bama fans love this guy, and if it seems like good stuff happened whenever he touched the ball, it's because it's true. 78% of his catches went for a first down. Bama quarterbacks had a passer rating of 158.3 whenever he touched the ball, going to be in a big role in Bill O'Brien's offense, especially now with Miller Forristall gone. Arkansas, Traylon Burks. Traylon Burks hunts hogs with a knife. Cole Kubelik responsible for one of the great sideline reporter cut-ins that we've ever had in the history of college football. In my opinion, Traylon Burks, wide receiver 1 in the SEC. The catch radius with Traylon Burks, absolutely insane. Guy just dominates dudes out of the slots. At 6'3", 230 pounds. He is just an incredible player at the position. Think that's somebody that is going to get first-round draft consideration when those way too early mock drafts are coming out. Florida, Desmond Watson, defensive tackle. Okay, so I just wrote about this kid. Florida fans are already aware of him. Here's the rundown if you don't know who Desmond Watson is. He's 432 pounds. Yeah, 432 pounds. This dude will front squat 375 pounds 8 times with ease, getting butt to the ground. This guy is a different type of specimen. Yeah, he's got to lose, as Dan Mullen said, about a 12 or a 13-year-old, but he's going to probably play at about 380 pounds and is just a physical freak. I mean, you see the feet moving and you watch him lined up against grown men on that Florida roster and you're like, whoa, that kid is different. They have a need at defensive tackle. He is capable of being one of those rotational guys immediately as a true freshman. Desmond Watson, definitely going to be someone to watch. You can't miss him. Georgia, Kearis Jackson, wide receiver. I don't want this to be an anti-George Pickens thing because I'm a big-time Traylon Burks wide receiver 1 in the SEC, and I think that Pickens gets too much love, but I think that Kearis Jackson deserves way more shine. And look, I get it. Georgia's going to stretch the field a lot more with JT Daniels this year, and Pickens is the guy that fits into that. We saw the way that Pickens finished down the stretch, but I just think that we dismiss Kearis Jackson's value. We look at the route running and the hands. This is a guy who had 48 targets last year, didn't have a single drop. We weren't talking about him a lot coming into last year, the injury that he had in 2019. Very injury-plagued season, definitely played a part in that, but I think that Kearis Jackson is just one of those guys that we're gonna forget about. We'll be talking a lot more about him once the season starts. When people are like, oh, George Pickens, best receiver in the SEC, I'm like, I don't know if he's the best receiver on his own team. Ole Miss, John Rhys Plumlee, come on, you already know. You already know. John Rhys Plumlee is, yes, I can admit it now, Matt Corral is the better fit at quarterback. I get all that, but look, I am team John Rhys all day, every day. I hope that once he stops playing baseball this spring that he is able to work with the receivers. I'm here for all the John Rhys Plumlee packages. He is so fast, he is so special with the ball in his hands. I think that he is just such a unique weapon for Lane Kiffin and Jeff Lebby to be able to work with. It's actually sort of what Tate Martell was trying to be or what he could have been, but obviously in a very different stratosphere, and that's probably the last time that I should use John Rhys Plumlee and Tate Martell in the same sentence. That was only 5 guys, but I promise I've got 1 player for every SEC team. To get the full version of that segment and the entire episode, go to wherever you subscribe to podcasts and subscribe to the Saturday Down South podcast.